Hello and welcome to the Complaint Department. Today we're talking about Umbrella Corps. This video game is an online competitive multiplayer shooter, and it's also a Resident Evil game. This game is something I feel is best described as a mistake. The first sin that Umbrella Corps commits is the very existence of being a Resident Evil game. You see, when you take a series that is known and loved for being primarily a horror experience, with a fan base that actively protests and riots against the game becoming more action-packed and fast-paced, and you create a competitive multiplayer game in that series, your game is being universally hated before it even releases. If you took Umbrella Corps before it was released, stripped away all of the Resident Evil assets out and sold it as a new IP instead, at least you're not massively upsetting the community by making this game. But hey, maybe I'm being too harsh. If Umbrella Corps turns out to be a good and exciting multiplayer game in its own right, then who cares about the title? The most important thing is that in the end, the game is fun. So is it fun? No, it's not fun. Umbrella Corps is $30, and for all intents and purposes, it's a multiplayer-only game. The only single-player content we have here is sparse and empty. It's about as deep as Neko Para. As for the multiplayer content, there are two playlists. The first is a Counter-Strike ripoff, and the second is a collection of smaller modes like capturing briefcases, bounty hunting, and deathmatch. So if there are 8 different game types in multi-mission, why are they all jumbled into one playlist? Maybe Capcom foresaw that the game would drop below 100 active players in its first week, and threw all of these modes together to unite the player base. In that regard, good read, Capcom, no one's playing a crappy game. But let's get into the game itself. How does it feel? Well, I'll admit the gunplay doesn't feel too bad despite the mouse aiming being completely broken and none of my controllers working in the game. Getting headshots with good aim feels genuinely satisfying in this game, and I like the idea that players take more than just a few shots to kill. It is my belief that in multiplayer shooters, a higher time to kill is better, because when you're not dying instantly when another player sees you first, it gives you the chance for some kind of counterplay, and the player with the most consistent aim will come out on top. However, in Umbrella Corps, that concept means absolutely nothing because of the hook weapon. With the hook, you not only move faster, but when you attack anyone in the cone in front of you, you will lock onto them, warp to them, deflecting bullets, and killing them in one hit. How do you counter the hook? Use another hook, and engage with an enemy player in some of the most flamboyant combat you've ever seen in a video game.
Alright, KD. I'm coming for you with the pick.
Oh, okay. Where the fuck? Oh, come back. Get the fuck back here.
Oh, we got each other's! We traded!
It clanks. Oh, no. No.
Oh, I got you!
Yes! But please, let's not forget that this is a Resident Evil game, and as is par for the course with this series, there are zombies. They're littered throughout the map and do nothing until a certain part of your player model gets shot, in which case all zombies become aggro to you. The idea is that a player will skillfully shoot the jammer on an opponent's back, but when the end result is a crowd of dogs and crows chasing you down through the map, you'll realize that this isn't very tactical. Hell, I'm convinced nothing about this game is tactical. For example, when you die in Umbrella Corps, the only means of spectating is an overhead view of the map, so feel free to ghost for your teammate because you can see the enemies too.
Any idea where this guy is? Am I close to him? You can just tell me on the overview.
Okay, yeah, he's going into the park. He's like going around into the... This is so busted, I could just watch the other team.
Yeah. Oh, the park.
Stairs. He's crawling on the stairs right now. He just got up, he's on the grass. He's running over.
I hear something.
He's climbing the wall, and now he's back around to where you were, in the corner. He's just sitting in like that alley.
Oh my god.
And he's right around the police car. He's in that alley right now.
Oh. Hurry up! I can't! My mouse sensitivity! Get him! No! No, I choked!
So please, Capcom, I know your community relations aren't exactly top-notch, but the least that you can do is learn from this mistake. And this mistake. And this mistake. But the future of Resident Evil doesn't look all that bleak. Capcom might just be taking steps in the right direction after releasing the fantastic Resident Evil 7 demo, and the remake of Resident Evil 2 is confirmed to be in production. But all that we can do is hope and pray to the gods above that next year we won't see any more of this.